right now? Yes. Now I think I'm spotlighted for everyone. Amber, where are you from? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Your microphone is turned off.
I'm from Japan.
Japan.
Good morning.
Oh,
Good,
thank
good
you so much
morning.
for being here. It's so early there.
Yeah, it is. Likewise, thank you for the opportunity. I'm really
Oh,
excited
no,
to
thank you
attend
for being here.
this workshop.
Really.
Thanks so much.
I know it's not in your country, but in 15 days I will be in Korea and I will stay there for 3 months. Maybe
Oh, really?
we can
Oh,
meet each
come
other.
to,
Yeah,
come to Japan.
I will try. I
Yeah,
want to.
please, please.
Well, so everyone's ready? Yes? Okay. So let's start. Uh, for the start, for the beginning of this class, we will study a little bit of theories, okay? So I will tell you a history, so you can be contextualized about who are the Ghawazees and why we need to study them to then Saidi, right? So take something to take notes, grab something to take notes, and let's begin, right? Well, so to begin our class, our history, we need to go back in time to the 18th century when Egypt was conquered by the Ottoman Empire or Iran. Okay, maybe you know Ottoman Empire as Iran. So the Egyptian people, the Egypt country wasn't a free country anymore. So it was conquered by Ottomans. Okay, and the French, I'm sorry, not the French, the France, that country was really strong and really powerful at that time. And Napoleon Bonaparte was their emperor. Okay, so now you know which time we are talking about. And um, sorry, I'm accepting more students here. Okay. And I know it sounds crazy, but Napoleon Bonaparte and France, they interfere indirectly in the creation of Saidi for the women's style. Okay. So, well, Napoleon Bonaparte went to Egypt when he was emperor of France. He went there to know the country because Egypt was always a really famous and really important country. And okay, and more than that, Egypt is actually in a very good, my dog really wants to participate in the class. Egypt was in a very good position for the European countries because the Europe, they were trying to go into Africa to buy slaves, to be able to find gold, and of course, they were I'm not sure how I can say this word in English. They were colonizing Africa. Can you understand? Yeah? Okay. So Egypt is like really close to Europe, and it wasn't being ruled by any European countries. So that's why the European countries, they were so interested in Egypt at that time. So yeah, Napoleon went there to know more of the country, to know more of their culture, and to understand if the country was being well protected. So the Egyptians received him. That's okay, right? And he fell in love with Egypt. It was like, this country is amazing. This country is all we need now in France. So he went back to Europe and went back again to Egypt to conquer it. So he went back to France to convince the other Frenchmen, the French army, and to give them the command to conquer Egypt. Okay? Because, as I said, it was in a really interesting and strategical position for any European country. And Ottoman Empire or Iran was a really dangerous enemy to European plans. So for Napoleon, it was really interesting to attack Egypt and to forbidden the Ottoman Empire from there. Okay, so yeah, he went there. And there is, let me share with you, there is an image about this battle. This battle went like, how can I say this? Let me think. This battle of France versus Egypt is called the Battle of the Pyramids. But it wasn't a real battle because it was more like a massacre, because the Ottoman Empire army, the army of them, wasn't there in Egypt when France went into the country to conquer it. So they fought with who? With people like us, with common people. So they were battling a militia. So it wasn't like a battle. It was more like just a massacre. So let me show you an image about this battle. This one here. So this painting is also called the Battle of the Pyramids. And as you can see here, the French army is really well armed, really well prepared, and the Egyptians, no, they are not. So you can see they're just people, just like you and me, okay? There is another image. Let me find it here. This one. Another one, okay? So this is the Battle of the Pyramids, right? So the French army went there into Egypt and just conquered half of Egypt, like the northern half, okay? And at the same time, in the 18th century, there were also a people living in Egypt, not living in Egypt because they were Egyptians, but they were a different people there called Ghawazee people. The Ghawazee people, they are Egyptians, but they are gypsies at the same time. I don't know about your country, but here in Brazil, we have Brazilians and also Brazilian gypsies. I don't know if you have gypsies in your country, but no, you don't, Amber, no? Yeah, here in Brazil and Egypt, we have gypsies. And the Egyptian gypsies at that time were the Ghawazee people, one of them, okay? And the Ghawazee people at that time, they were living in total peace with the rest of the Egyptian people. The men were mostly, I forgot how to say this word in English. They were mostly, I really forgot. Well, they were merchants and musicians, and most of the women, they were dancers or merchants too, okay? So they were living their lives, everything was so good, but the French army went in. And with the start of this war, the Ghawazee dancers, no, I'm sorry, before the war, the Ghawazee dancers, they were really famous there. Of course, they were not rich, but their presentations gathered a lot of public, a lot of people. They were being contacted by many palaces, many noblemen from Egypt, right? And after the war, they still try to keep their work, to keep their shows, their presentations, but something went really wrong for them. And this is where our story begins, okay? So after the war, Europeans were inside of Egypt, of Egyptian territory, right? So nobles, politicians, soldiers, well, and the Ghawazee dancers, they tried to keep dancing, they tried to keep their presentations as they were doing before the war. But now they would dance also to European men. And the Europeans, they weren't used to see those kind of that kind of culture, that kind of dance. So to the European eyes, the Ghawazee dancers, they were dancing to seduce them. Yeah. So the Europeans, they were believing the French Mostly they were believing that the Ghawazee dancers were trying to be central, were trying to marry them, were trying to conquer them, to conquer their hearts, something like this. And well, they believed that, and they went back. The soldiers, the noble, the politicians went back to France, went back to England, well, to Europe, and they started to tell a history about the Ghawazee dancers, a really strange history about them, because they went to Europe telling that, for example, I'm a soldier went back to my country, and you are French, for example. Then I tell you, if you go to Egypt, you will find naked women dancing to you. They were trying to. Karen, hello Karen, 안녕하세요. Kamsahamnida. Thank you for being here, really. Hello, people. I'm so happy to have you here, really. So I'm sorry, my student from Korea is here. Thank you so much, really. Where I was, oh yeah. So they went back to Europe telling that if you go to Egypt, you will find naked women dancing to you. They will try to seduce you. You can own them. You can do whatever you want. But that was a lie. The Ghawazee dancers didn't dance naked. They weren't trying to seduce any man. They were just dancing because they were dancers just like us here. So it was a lie. But some artists, some painters started to do this. Let me show you. So what I want to show you is a picture of the Ghawazee dancers at that time. Okay, so here is the Ghawazee dancers. And as you can see, they have dark skin, dark hair, and they used many clothes. You see? So they weren't showing their belly or their chest or their arms. This is how they danced. Okay? Let me show you another image. Another one. Where it is? Oh, this one. You see? So again, dark hair, dark skin, and many clothes, right? But the European painters started to paint them like this. I'm sure you already saw a image like this, and this is not a Ghawazee dancer. This is not a Awaling dancer. This is not a Egyptian women, right? So the Egyptians doesn't look like this, but European men of that time, they believed, the French, the England men, they believed that they would find this type of women in Egypt. So they started to pay the soldiers to bring Gawazis and also Awalim, another dancers, to Europe. So these soldiers were like traveling between France, England, and Spain and Egypt to sell those women. This is really sad. But when they went to Egypt, these soldiers, they were saying to the Ghawazee dancers something like, if you go to Europe with me, if you go there with me, you will be rich, you will be happy, you will have your family, you can marry, you can live your best life. So they believed that, but they were actually slaves, and most of them they fell into, I'm not sure how to say this in English. I think it's circus. Horror circus. I think that's the word. Let me type it. In Portuguese, it sounds more like bizarre circus, but I will I will type it for you. Okay. So I think it's horror circus. Okay. So in Europe, their culture was just bizarre. It was just something really strange for them. So they weren't treating them like women, like people, like human. So you may think, well, so the Ghawazi women that stayed in Egypt, they were happier, they were better than the ones that didn't stay, right? No, they weren't better because the As some Ghawazee started to disappear or to travel with the European man, the Egyptian people also started to believe that the Ghawazee dancers were trying to seduct the soldiers, the French soldiers. So for the Egyptians, the other Egyptians, it was like a betrayal, a really huge betrayal, because they were thinking like, those men, they came into our country, they killed our family, they killed our friends, they killed our neighbors, and you were trying to seduct them and you were living with them. Why are you doing this? So the Egyptian people until today, they carry a some kind of um and again, I don't know the right word to use now, but they carry some kind of angriness, some kind of sadness about the Ghawazis. So they don't like them until today. But that's why. This is one of the reasons, okay? Because they believe the Ghawazi dancers and all the people were trying to betray Egypt, to betray Egypt. And of course, the Ghawazi, after this, the Ghawazi dancers and also the musicians, they started to, well, to how can I say this? To be contacted to do shows, and their presentations started to be more empty. So they weren't contacted anymore to go to the palaces, to parties, to work with the noble families. So because the other Egyptians were really disliking them. So of course, and unfortunately, some Ghawazi women started to sell their bodies in Egypt. And this decision, this part of the history was really bad for them, because that's the point where Egyptian people and also the European started to have some kind of disgust for them. But we know that nobody sell their bodies on purpose. It's not like a choice. You were not given the choice like you want to be the president of Microsoft, or you want to sell your body. And we're like, oh, I want to sell my body. No, it's not like this. So they were without any option. So they needed to feed their children, to keep their family alive. So yeah, they started to do that. But resuming now this part of the history, because this middle is really big, so let me just resume it. After all this, the Ottoman Empire, or Iran, went back to Egypt and reconquered it. Okay, so they they won the war against France. So they banned the French army from Egypt. But the Ottoman Empire decided. Are you understanding everything? Yeah, do you understand? Really? Okay. So the Ottoman Empire decided to let the nobleman, the noble European man, to stay in Egypt. And why? Of course, because of their money. So the Ottoman Empire was interested that the nobles from Europe, there was no, I'm sorry, they would maybe invest in the market, invest in the country. So they decided to let them live there. But to let them live there in Cairo, for example, the Ottoman Empire so decided to ban the Ghawazis from Cairo. And the Cairo was the birth city of the Ghawazi people. So they were banned from their birth country, but not all the country. They were banned from their birth city, Cairo, and also Luxor, for example. So this decision was made by a king named Muhammad Ali. Let me type it for you. Muhammad Ali, just like the fighter. Okay, so this man decided to ban the Ghawazis, the Ghawazi people from Cairo, and also other big cities like Luxor. So they were like without any options remaining. They couldn't dance, they couldn't play, they couldn't live on where they was born. So what would they do? So the Ghawazee people in this moment of their history, they were divided. Some Ghawazis, including men, went to Sudan or Nubia, okay? And Sudan is like on east of Egypt. So east of Egypt and Sudan, until today, we have many people there that are like grandchildren from Ghawazee, women from Ghawazee dancers. And also another part of the people went to the PP. Okay. Another part of the people went to the south of Egypt. And the south of Egypt is known as High Egypt. In the High Egypt, we have the Saidi region. So now is where the history is coming to an end and the most interesting part here. So this part is really important, okay? So we can do our practice today. So when they went to the Saidi region, the Ghawazee people went there, it was like a cultural marriage. Do you understand? Yeah? So their culture was like fusioning, becoming just one thing. That's why the Saidi music and Ghawazee music, for example, are really similar to each other. That's why the Ghawazee costume and the Saidi costume is also really similar. Just a second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So where was I? Oh yeah, the Ghawazee people went to the Saidi region. So their culture was really mixing up. And when the Ghawazee went to the Saidi region, they saw the men, because of the mixture of Ghawazee and Saidi people, Mizmar and Nai. Well, Ney is the song of Ney is a little bit different, but I will talk about this later. Okay. Uh, so the Ghawazee women, the Ghawazee dancers, they saw the men, the Saidi men, fighting and dancing tahtib. Do you know what tahtib is? Really? Yeah. Tahtib, for the ones that don't know, is the male part of Saidi. So it came from a martial art. The martial art is called tahtib, and the dance is called Raqs al Tahtib. It can be translated like the dance of Tahtib. Okay, so Tahtib dance and Tahtib fight. Okay, so the dancers, the Ghawazee dancers, they saw the men dancing Tahtib and also fighting with that really big stick. So they tried to dance with the Tahtib stick to make their dance interesting again. So the people were trying, so the people could contact them again, call them again to their parties, to their palaces. So they were trying to renew their dance, but they were not really tall women. And for example, I don't know how to say what I'm going to say in feet. I'm going to say in meters, okay? This Asaya, for example, it have 1 meter and 40 centimeters. This one here. The Tahtib stick has like 1 meter and 70. So it's really big. So the Ghawazee dancers, they were trying to dance with it, but it was really difficult because the stick was too big and also too heavy. But they were trying to practice, and some people saw them. And these people were inside the region, were interested again in seeing Ghawazee dancing, the Ghawazee dancers dancing during their presentation. So they went again to the parties. They started to be again called to the parties, contracted to do it, but they weren't able to dance with the stick. So as the people of Europe and Egypt was already looking to the Ghawazee women with bad look, with bad intentions and bad thoughts, they weren't caring much anymore about what the people would think of them. So when they started to do their presentations again, when they started to dance again on the palaces, they were like trying to get near and more close to the rich man. So in that time, the nobleman, they used a walking stick. You maybe saw this many times in movies, for example, the walking sticks like with silver drawings, gold drawings, because for them, if a man have those kind of walking sticks, they were like really rich. So it was something like a status, right? And the Ghawazee dancers started to dance with those walking sticks. So the men, the rich men, were thinking like, oh, she likes me, she wants to be close to me, and they were paying more money to the Ghawazee dancers. So they were really smart in doing that. So this is where uh, the dance with the Asaya began, with the Ghawazee dancers, okay? But they weren't dancing, they weren't doing any kind of tahtib movements. For example, they weren't doing spinnings, they weren't doing tossing, they didn't do attacking, none of this. They were just using the asaya, actually the walking stick, to make their hip movements bigger, to make their dance interesting again. So it was not Saidi. They created actually a dance called Raqs al Asaya. You probably already heard this name. Let me type it for you. Raqs al Asaya. Okay. And Raqs al Asaya can be translated and literally like the dance with the stick. And to dance with the stick, I don't need to dance Saidi. I can dance anything I want. I can dance Ghawazee dance, I can dance Baladi, I can dance Dabiki, I can dance everything. So it's not just Saidi, okay? So they weren't dancing Saidi. They weren't doing any kind of tahtib movement. They were just belly dancing while holding the walking stick. That's all, okay? And after this, they started to dance in a lot of places there inside the region. But who created the Saidi dance as we know today? The Saidi women. Because the Saidi women, different from the Ghawazis, they knew how to fight tahtib. You probably ever heard a history like the Saidi men, they were just caring of their farms, they were producing, I don't know how to say this, their products, and they went to the big cities to sell their farm products. And those men teached their wives and daughters to how to fight Artib so they couldn't defend themselves. This history is true, but it's not like how Saidi was born, because we still need to study Ghawazee and also Tahtib. So this part of the history that many teachers around the world tells us is correct, but it's just a little part of the history. So yes, the Saidi women, a lot of them knew how to fight tahtib, knew how to do those kind of movements, and they were seeing the Ghawazee dancers dancing with the walking stick, and they were like, well, this is my region and I'm not doing this, so let's try to do this too, let's start doing this. So they started to dance now, in this case, with the tahtib stick. So, and also mixing tahti movements with belly dancing movements. So now, yes, Saidi dance was born. Okay. So yeah, Ghawazee dancers, they didn't create the Saidi. No. But without them, we wouldn't probably be here today studying Saidi in women's style, for example. They were the main part. So this dance, so Saidi could be danced by women too. Okay. And just to finish our history before our practice, let's think of something. Some of you here, someone here ever went to Egypt and was able to be on a Saidi party? No? Any of you? Did you ever went to Egypt? No? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Well, if you go to Egypt and you were able to go to a Saidi party, when I say Saidi party, it's not a party where they dance Saidi. It's like a party from a family Saidi, from the people from Saidi region. If you have this, how can I say this chance, you won't see any Saidi women dancing Saidi today. They are forbidden to do that. So yes, they are forbidden to dance their own creation, to dance their own dance, because Egypt is until today a really patriarchal country. A really like the men are more important, more intelligent, more rich. So yeah. So until today, the women in Egypt they face these struggles. So back then, in 18th century, when the women, Saidi women, started to fight Tahtib and to dance Tahtib in public, Saidi in public, their men, their husbands, their fathers, their sons were like, no, you can't do that. Because they love dance. Yes, they do. The Egyptian people, I'm sorry. They love dance. They love the dancers. They will pay you well, but they don't like those dancers to be from their family. Like I love dancers, I love belly dancers, but she cannot be my daughter. She can't be my wife. So yeah. So they were afraid of the power of the Said women because they were fighting and dancing in public. So they and today in this year, as we talk, the Saidi women are forbidden to dance Saidi in public. Okay, so this is the end of our history. Let me read the chat here. Rashida asked me, because of this mixture of Ghawazee and Saidi people, Mizmer and Ney. I'm not sure if I understood your question well. You were asking me, that's why Ney and Mizmer is played. They were played in a similar way. That's your question? Yes, okay. Yes, that's one of the reasons because Ney or Nai and Mizmer, they are really different instruments, but Ney is really mostly used in Ghawazee musics. So they started to play Ney as Mizmer and vice versa, Mizmer as Ney also. But today, many of the Ghawazee musics have actually the Mizmer too. So the same instruments are being used on Saidi songs and also in Ghawazee songs. Let me read the other question. Do they keep dancing at home, the Saidi women? And the Ghawazee, they could do it in public, right? Yes, the Ghawazee, they could dance in public. And even if they couldn't, they would dance because the Ghawazee they have a really strong personality. They were known by that for being strong women with strong minds. So I don't think any man could forbid the Ghawazee to dance. As the Saidi women, if they dance at home today, I'm not sure because I think they really are forbidden to dance, but I'm not sure. I really don't know about this. Also because the Egyptian families, they are until today really close. So they're, how can I say this? I forgot the word. Well, their way of life, it's just like just for them. So they don't speak much about their own homes. So I'm not sure, Rashida. But I think some of them, yeah, can dance at home to their husbands and to their family. But I'm not sure. Any of you want to ask me something? Any of you heard something different from this history that I told you? No? Really? Okay. So let's stretch a little bit and go to our combo, today's combo, okay? Just give me just 1 minute so I can drink a sip of water and I will be back really soon. Just a second. Okay, so everyone ready? Yeah, let's stretch a little bit and then let's go to our today's combo. And Karen and students, maybe I'm trying so hard, but maybe I will be able to speak Korean when I'm in Korea. So in 15 days I'll be in Korea and I'm studying a lot of Korean language. I'm trying so hard.
I
So
know.
maybe I'll be able to do classes in Korean. I hope I can.
Yes.
Everyone ready? Yeah? Let's stretch. So let me make something really clear. Our combo, our today's combo is not Ghawazee dance. It's actually Saidi while we apply, while we are doing applications of Ghawazee techniques, okay? So most, not most, many of the things here we are doing today, it's not just Ghawazee, we are actually using other styles too, like baladi and tahtib, okay? And while I'm teaching you our combo, I will explain to you where the Ghawazee techniques are and what you need to do to apply them. Okay? Ready? So let's go. Grab your asaya because we will need it. Do you have? No? Okay. So I will wait you to grab your asaya just a second and then let's begin. Everyone ready? Yeah? Let's go. So, for the ones that never did a class with me, I always dance looking to there, okay? So you can see the sides that I'm using, so you can understand better where going and which side of my body I'm using, okay? But while I explain my movements, I will just turn to you, turn on my back. Don't worry, I will show in every possible angle today, okay? So just imagine like I am in front of you on the stage, okay? Let me just put here my hip scarf so you can see my hip movements. Just a second. Okay, so let's begin. We will begin on the right side of your room, on the right side of the stage, okay? So in here. And let's understand, I'm dancing with the tahtib stick because I don't have a walking stick, unfortunately. Mine is broken. So this dance today, our combo today, could be danced with the walking stick. Okay, no problem. So, oh, let me make something clear before we start. We are dancing Raqs al Saya. And as I told you, Raqs al Saya is not Saidi, but Saidi is a Raqs al Saya. Can you understand that? It's like some Saidi dances, like Tahtib. Tahtib is not Raqs al Saya. Tahtib is Tahtib, where we represent a fight. We are representing fighting movements. Raqs al Saya doesn't have any tahtib of that. And Raqs al Saya can be understood like, you can understand Raqs al Saya like a dance that you don't really need the asaya to do that. So you were dancing with the asaya or the walking stick, but if you will, if you want to dance without it, you can. That's Raqs al Saya, okay? So Raqs al Saya is Saidi, but not every Saidi is Raqs al Saya, okay? So let's begin. We're beginning here on the right side, and we will start running, going into the stage with the right foot, okay? Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4, I'm here prepared with my right leg, okay? Yes. So begin with the right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here on 4, I will do 2 hip drops. And the hip drops in the Ghawazee style is not like you were used to. The hip drops that you know is this movement. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hit, kick, hit, kick, hit, kick. Okay. But when we apply the Ghawazee techniques here, we need to do this movement in the most relaxed way you can, okay? Because for the Ghawazee dancers, they weren't worried about the movement being beautiful to the eyes. They weren't worried about the lines of the movements. What they worry is how big is the movement, how relaxed it is. So here you will need to turn your foot like this, okay? Like this. And just do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just doing this with our foot, my hip is already moving, okay? So now I will move the hip and the foot. You see? 1, 2, 3. Now the angle is bigger, my movement is bigger. And I will also bend my left knee, my base knee, in this case, the left one. So when I get down, I will bend my knee. You see? I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. With this left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The idea here is to be really big and really relaxed. Okay. And one more detail is that my movement won't begin here. I will do actually an accent up like this. So here is where I begin. And now I go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how big it is? So look, the normal one, the Ghawazee. 1, 2, 3. Way more relaxed and way bigger, right? So 2 hip drops when you run and stop here. 2 hip drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And also you will dance with your free arm like this. 1, 2. Okay? Yes. 1, 2. Because the idea here is to dance with your entire body at the same time. Okay? One more time. Let's run. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, stop. 3, 4. Look for perfect. I'm sorry, here, you can see a side here. My shoulder. And you will do 2 figure eights, but I like to call this movement like broken figure 8 because the figure 8 is this movement, right? Okay, but we are not gonna do the complete movement. We are actually raising and go down. Raise, down. You see? 1, 2. 1, 2. And now I will also kick. See? I raise, go down, kick. Raise, go down, kick. 1, kick, 2, kick. 1, kick, 2, kick. That's the idea. So beginning to the right side with your left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, kick, 2, kick. Okay. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, kick, 2, kick. Here now, we will again apply the Ghawazee technique. Just a second. Okay. Now we will do 2 round movements, 2 circles to the right side, like this. 1, 2. But this movement, many of you may know like 1, 2, 1, 2, right? This one here came from ballet. The one we use in Saidi most come from, let me just turn off this microphone. Let me see who. Okay. The one that we do in Saidi comes from Ghawazee style. Of course, you can do this one in Saidi as well, yes. But the most used is the Ghawazee one, where we do the full circle. You see? So I move forward, back, forward, back. And also, I need to open my mouth. Open, close, open, close. You see? So it's way bigger, right? So 2 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Okay? And here you place your hand on your head like this, not like this, okay? No, here, right? While going to the right side. So let's do the figure 8, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, kick, 2, kick, round, round. Now, you will grab your saya with both hands in front of you and do the same sequence, but to the left side. But here, we will dance with the saya while doing the figure 8. Okay? And this movement here, it comes from ballet, not from Ghawazee. So why I'm using it in this combo? Because of this detail here. When I'm dancing with the asaya, when I use the asaya to make my movements bigger, to make my movements more interesting to the guys, I'm applying, I'm sorry, or applying the Ghawazee techniques here, okay? So when you're dancing with the asaya and you want to do the Ghawazee techniques, you need to use the asaya to make your movements bigger. So for example, when I'm doing the lateral hits, I will move the asaya with it. You see? And so lateral up, lateral up, lateral up, lateral up, lateral up. You see, when I'm doing the Ghawazee shimmy, this one, for example, I need to move my asaya as well. When I'm doing the hip movements, I need to move the asaya as well. So the asaya, when we are applying the Ghawazee techniques, it needs to dance. You can't just place your asaya on the ground, place it on your shoulder, and that's all. No, you need to use it, okay, to dance. So figure 8, beginning here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, round, round, and 1, 2, and circle, circle. While going to the left. Exactly. Let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, circle, circle, and 1, 2, and circle, circle. Okay, let's go from the beginning, from our running. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, hit, 3, 4, plug, 1, 2, and circle, circle, and 1, 2, and circle, circle. Until this point, is everything okay? So far, so good? Really? Okay. So let me just check if you can hear the song, if you can listen to the music, okay? And let's try with the music for the first time. Oh, and after the class, I will send on the group, on WhatsApp group, for the ones that are there with us, the music, the song, and also a video. My dog won't stop barking. And also a video of me dancing this combo. And please don't leave the group because I'm recording this class and I will send it there too, okay? The ones that want me to send on your email, after the class, please type there for me your email or your Instagram so I can send there. Okay? So let's test my speaker. Just a second. Okay. So now I will let the music play a little bit, and please tell me if you can listen to it in good quality. Okay? Okay, again, I'm sorry. Everything okay? Yeah? Okay. So let's hear with me, let's listen a sound. The music will start only with the tabla, dum dum takatak dum takatak taka dum dum takatak dum. In this part, we are not dancing. We will dance when the music do a ta-da-dum. Let's listen. Could you listen to it? Yes? Okay, so let's go with me. How it went? Good. One more time, let's go. So if you want to ask me something before I teach you more, now is the time. After this, 1, 2, you will do a little plie here, lowering, I'm sorry, your aside. Okay, so you're here, and you will do this. Now you will do 2 camel walks to the right side. Raise, down. But the camel walks, again, we are doing in Ghawazee style. And as you can see, I'm using the asaya to follow my movement, to make it bigger, to dance with my entire body. And when I'm not dancing Ghawazee or Saidi, I do this movement, the camel walk, like this, on the points of my feet, right? But here, I need to look bigger. So I do raise and go down. Step on the ground with your entire foot, like this. Raise, down, raise, down, raise, down. That's right. So I'm stepping on the ground, bending my knees, and I keep doing this with my leg also. Raise, down, raise, down. Okay? So we will do it 2 times to the right side, raise, down, and here I will change foot. You see, I'm doing this. Raise, down, change, yes, and one spin to the right. Do the same thing now to the left. Raise, down, change, spin. Let's try. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Raise, down, spin, left. Raise, down, spin, left. Okay? Everything good? Okay. So after here, after the second spin, you will do 2 hip drops again with the right side, okay? But now you will follow your hip with the side. Again, the movement is Ghawazee, okay? So you need to bend, I'm sorry, you need to bend your knee and to move also the side around your hip. Or if you will, if you prefer, you can do like this, okay? Yeah, I'm doing in diagonal, 1, 2, okay? So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Again, 2 figure broken eight, I'm sorry, 2 figure eights, 2 broken figure eights. Okay, 2 broken figure eights. I could speak. Thank you. So 1, 2. Okay, the broken one, not the complete, the broken. 1, 2. But again, with the side. 1, 2. Okay. So let's do everything without music with me until this point. Let's go. 1 from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, spin 3, 4, and 1, 2, spin 3, 4, hit 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, let's go until this point in the choreography, in the combo. Let's try. Let's go. One more time. Let's go. How it went so far, so good? Any doubts? No? So let's keep on going. Let's go. So after where we stopped over here, figure 8, figure 8. Here you will actually step with the left foot. So you will step on the right and then walk with the left. okay? Because the right one after the figure 8 is the one that is free, liberated. So you step on it and fall to the left. Okay, let me read. This is so fast paced. I'm gonna do everything. Okay, yeah. But try to dance this counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more time with my counting. Let's try. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here, step to the left and raise the right leg. This movement is known as the horse movement. And here I want to explain something to you. This part here is not Ghawazee dance. This is Saidi. This is from Tahtib. Because the Tahtib warriors, back then, 5,000 years ago, they were trained to be soldiers. And they went to war on horses. So when I'm doing this, I'm representing a soldier riding the horse, okay? So this is where this type of movements came from. So here we're dancing Raksala Saya. So you won't do the movement like this. No, not like this. No, and not like this. No. We're going down, and the angle of your leg is really close. You see? And you're going down like this. Hit the ground with the back of your feet and bend your knee. Bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. This is the movement that we are doing. See? Bend, 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 bend. So I'm going down, down, down. So I'm not saying you can't jump. You can. For example, if you are dancing on Dubai, on a party, on a ship, please jump, dance with flat stick, do your show, make your show. But if you want to do something more traditional, like we are doing today, so you won't jump, you will dance like this, okay? And when we are not jumping, we can dance a lot more with the rest of our body, you see? Because I have time to do this, okay? So again, here, step to the left, raise your right, touch your leg with your side, turn to the left and raise the left. Touch your leg again. Okay? So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right, left. Now you step with the right forward and move your side also your hip. Again, we were here. Step. Place your saya behind your head and do a lateral hit while moving your saya. You can look to me. You can look to me. So I do this and step, hit, step, hit. Okay? Yeah. So yes. So you need to do a lateral hit while moving your aside. Really good. Okay, let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do one more time the same movement. Oh, but you will look to your right. Okay, you won't be looking to the camera in this moment. So let's do again. Remember, you're doing the same positions that I am doing. Okay, so When I'm here, I will be looking to the camera and you will be looking there behind you. Okay? So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. The same movements to the left. 1, 2, and 3, 4. But here, you place the saya on the ground, okay? So here, on the second repetition, you step with the right and let the left hand go. Let it go. And place the saya on the ground, okay? But I'm placing it on the right hand, not on the left, okay? Step, right? Really good? Okay. So after this, oh, not after this, let's repeat this combo from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, hit. 1, 2, 3, break. Okay? Yeah. Can we keep on going? You don't wanna ask anything? No?
Por favor.
It was with me. Talita, you asked something? Can you repeat to the left? I will repeat. I repeat. Let's go. So let's begin here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step right. Step left. Step with the right. Put it behind your head. Lateral hit. Do the same thing, stepping to the left again. Step right, step left. Step to the right and put the spine on the ground. One more repetition, faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and hit. 1, 2, 3, and left. Okay? Yeah.
Yes.
So after this, someone want to ask something? No? After this, we will finally do the figure eights like you already know them. So figure eight, figure eight, figure eight, figure eight. So you see, I'm doing this with my left arm while doing the figure eight, okay? So I will be dancing a lot with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? Okay. Just let me check just for a second if I remember well the next movement. Just a second. I know you still can see me. I just need to check it. Okay. So now we're going into the last part of our combo. Okay. So let's do the figure eight. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm now turning to the left. I will do shoulder shimmy. 1, 2, 3. Step down, go down here. And parallel your side to your left while you raise. Okay, so let's do figure eight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulder shimmy, down, and get up. Now, the two last movements. Step to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I'm not looking to the public. I'm always looking to where my legs are going, like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And I'm also dancing a lot with my left arm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, we begin to the left. I'm sorry. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you will step to the left, turn to the left. With your legs, you will mark, you see, mark, raise, doing a little cambray. Mark, raise, mark behind, mark, raise, mark back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm looking to my foot. 1, 2, 3, look. 1, 2, 3, look. And while I'm doing this, I'm also spinning the side. So 1, stop. 2, stop. I'm stopping here. Okay? Yeah. So 1 spin forward. Let's do only the side. 1 forward, stop. 1 backwards, stop. Here. You stop here. Okay? Not on your shoulder. You see, I'm not touching my shoulder. Okay? And 2 more. 1, stop. 2, stop. Really good. So faster with the aside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, stop, 2, stop. 1, stop, 2, stop. Now let's try to do it with your leg. So 1, stop, 2, stop. 1, stop, 2, stop. I'll be doing here now in this angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Yeah. So forward, back, forward, back. Right? Now you know the entire combo. So let's do it from the beginning. That's all for today. Okay? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, circle, circle, and 1, 2, circle, circle, camel walk, and 1, 2, spin to the right, 1, 2, spin to the left, hips down, 1, 2, and figure 8. Step here to the left. 1, 2, lateral hip. 1, 2, aside on the ground. Figure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulder shimmy. Go down and raise. Legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go with my counting non-stop. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Count. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2. Place on the ground. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, raise 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Okay? Really? So let's try with the music at least 2 times. And that's all I want to teach you today, okay? Not I want to teach more. That's all I can teach you today. So let's try with the music. And now, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Any one of you have any doubts? No? So let's go. One more time, just to make sure. Yeah, let's go. So that's it for today. Thank you so much, girls and guys that are here with us today. Thank you so much, really. I hope you appreciated this gift that I had to you. And I also hope that you could understand where the Ghawazee applications are. Did you understand that? On the hip movements, or how we use the aside to do this? Yeah? So thank you so much. Really. Karen Academy, all of them. I will be seeing you really, really soon. So see you. Thank you so much for being here today. And well, everyone, thank you so, so much, really. Don't leave the group. I still need to send the class, the recorded class, the song, and the video there for you, okay? And all of you that are here on this class, you earn a really good discount of my course from the next week. In this course, I will teach you every single stage of the Saidi music. So the Saidi music have 8 stages, but I created this method, okay? So I created a method to help other dancers, to help another teachers to really understand how to create a Saidi choreography or how to improvise in it. So you can understand what the music is asking of you. And this class will be on the next weekend. On Saturday, I will give the theories of it. So we will listen to a lot of musics to understand about their instruments, about their stages. And on the Sunday, I will teach you a full choreography so you can apply that knowledge, I'm sorry, on the choreography, on your body, okay? So I will send this discount to you on the group also. Okay, so you can know when is the course and how much you pay for this one. Not this one, the next one. Okay. So thank you so much, really. And I hope we will see each other really soon. Let's take a picture first. Yeah, can we? I will try to, let me see how many prints I would need to do. If everyone turn on your cameras, I will need to do 4 prints, okay? 3 actually, 3 prints. So let's everyone turn on your cameras if you will, if you want to. Okay. I need to take 3 screenshots, okay? So the first one, Amber, are you here? Yeah, okay. So let's take the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it didn't went well. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One more screenshot. Just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me see if I want to take one more. No, the other ones aren't with their cameras on. So that's all for today. Thank you so much, really. I hope you did enjoy this class. And we see each other really soon, Cat and Academy. Bye-bye. Kisses from Brazil.
Bye bye, teacher.